Hello everybody and welcome. Today we can have a little bit of a rest from the league where our form is quite good and we've been climbing the table because we have an FA Cup third round tie and we are looking to progress. It's a very warm welcome to episode 47. I nearly said 37. 47 of To Be a Legend, FM 26 style. We started the series managing Radcliffe, known as the Borough, and then having got them to the Football League, we were poached by Bolton to save them from relegation in League One. And this is our story. My name's Mark, and on today's episode, we have for you two games, as I mentioned, an FA Cup third round tie. We face Colchester at home at the Tough Sheet Stadium. We beat them 4-1 earlier in the season. And then we have a League One match day 28 against Burton Albion, also at the Tough Sheet Stadium. Since you were last with us, we have played one game. Last time out, of course, a 7-1 win against Cambridge United, a 2-2 draw against Barnsley. And then we have played Swansea at the Swansea.com stadium and we beat them 2-1. It was a game that we thought we were going to lose right until the 90th minute. Vipotonek, the scorer after 26 for Swansea, we could not find a way through. And then on 90 minutes, Aaron Morley got us level. We thought, at least we've saved a couple of points, or saved a point. And then it was Sam Dolby almost at the death, 95 minutes. He put away, like he does, a bit of a poacher's goal, really, and scored and made it a decent 2-1 win. And to be honest, it was a game that we probably should have won. If you look at the stats in a second or three, 53% of possession. We had 19 shots, 7 on target, 1.74. They had 9 shots, 5 on target, 0.59. As I said, we really should have won that game without any question whatsoever, which we did in the end. But it was hard work and we never looked like we were going to get the win, albeit we did dominate the second half of that match. Right. That's pretty much brought you up to date. Transfer wise, nothing's been happening. We are in the transfer window, of course, the 8th of January in game. Nothing really been happening on that front. As and when something does happen, I will obviously let you know. And we're going to have to do a little bit of jiggling around. We're hoping that some players are going out, actually, because we need some outs in order to free up the wage budget to bring in some new players. Something like that anyway. So that's pretty much brought you up to date. A quick check on the league. I know we will look at it in the second game of the episode. We are currently in 6th place, pretty much where we were at the start of the or at the end of the last episode, should I say. Today's opponents, Burton Albion, are just above us in the table on 45 points. So it's not going to be an easy match, 1, and 2, it's a 6-pointer. But before we worry about the game against Burton Albion, let's have a look at the game against Colchester in the FA Cup. Third round, a chance to play in the 4th round is what we're looking at. The team that will try and do it, it's a Brooming goal. It's Taylor and Lockyer in our defensive line. Scanlon and Dakari Cogley are the wing backs, with Erchon between them as the defensive midfielder. Walsh plays in front of him in central midfield. It's Lewis out on the left. Joel Randall making a rare appearance. I don't think he's registered for the league, but he can play obviously in cup matches, so he's out on the right. Mather plays as the number 10. Cisse comes in for a rested Dolby, who's been flat out at the moment. 16 goals so far this season. Gives Cisse a chance to add to his tally of 7 and 5 assists. Made 12 goals up till now, so he's going well as well. The bench then looks like this. It's Hutchinson, Farino, Conway, Morley, Friel, Warner, Dolby, Gale and Lewis. And here we are, it's snowing at the Tough Sheet Stadium. Not seen that in game before. Playing our usual formation. They're playing a 4-2-3-1 today, making 6 changes from the side that beats Peterborough in the Virtue Trophy by 3-1 in their last match. They're playing in all black today. We're playing in our home kit, of course, white tops, blue shorts. And Cisse gets us underway. -5 apparently with a strong wind. Mather to Walsh. Walsh. And nearly half an hour in, we get our first highlight. Cogley. Lockyer. Lockyer back to Broom. Broom comes out of his area. Launches a long one. Looking for Cisse. Not there, but Walsh tidies up in midfield. Walsh to Lewis. Lewis to Scanlon into the area, and Cisse gets a shot away, and goalkeeper makes a good save. It goes for a corner. We're going to see the corner. Cisse with the corner, an outswinger, headed away, tidied up by Randall. Cisse into the area, pulls it back, and Randall wasn't far away. Cisse with the corner on this side of the pitch. This one deep back post, headed away. Mather puts it away. It fell nicely to Mather, and Mather drove it into the bottom corner. And on 33 minutes, it's goal nil. To the back post, headed away by the defender. Mather chested it down, hit it on the half volley, and well, Hall was unsighted. Into the last 5 minutes of this first half. Just that one goal separating us at the moment. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And we're going to see a corner from the other side. Airholm this time to take it. Swung in, headed away. Lockyer pulls it down. Mather again. This time just curling it over the top. And it is half time. With that last bit of action, we've pretty much dominated that first half. They've had just 5 minutes of it. We've had 51% of the possession, 11 shots, 4 on target, 0.89 on the old XG. They've had 1 shot, 1 on target. So far, we have a foot in the 4th round of the FA Cup. We need to get more goals in the second half, I suggest, just to make sure. And Woodrow gets us underway for this second half. An early highlight in the second half. Hall launches a long one. Scanlon is underneath it to Lewis. Lewis back to Taylor. It's back in the side today. Lots of transfer interest in Taylor. Out to Cogley. Cogley to Randall. Back into the area. Walsh! And the goalkeeper pushes it onto the crossbar. And they get away with it. Lockyer tidying up in defence though. Airholm. As I say, Taylor under a lot of interest. As far as Taylor's concerned, we would do well to hang on to him in this transfer window. He is out of contract in the summer. At the moment, won't sign a new contract. So hopefully, if nobody comes in for him during the transfer window, we may be able to do a deal with him. That's the plan. And they've got a ball forward. Payne is in. And Payne's put it away. And Jack Payne gets the equaliser on 54 minutes. And this was a very sort of direct way. They went around us and we this one chipped over the top. Taylor had been dragged in. And though we got back, Broom wasn't for stopping it. Lockyer with a free kick to Cogley. Walsh. Back to Cogley. Cogley puts it into space for Walsh. Walsh now. What's he going to do? Keeps it in play. Pulls it inside to the area. Cisse's moved out with Dolby coming on. Cogley through to Walsh. Walsh wriggling around there. And Cogley puts it away. And we've got a lead again on 71 minutes. It was all very patient, looking for the way through. Cogley out wide, and Cogley likes to come in. Cisse. Cogley's come inside now. Erhon just really building up, looking for the space. Walsh there. Cogley takes up that space. Defender gets dragged away. Cogley then has the opportunity and puts it in the back of the net. 2-1. They've changed a formation, gone 2 up top as we enter the 82nd minute. It's gone out wide to Landau, crossed in and headed away. Gale, who's come on, and we got a counter attack on here. Walsh out wide to Warner. Warner, all a bit rushed, I think. As we enter the last 5 minutes of normal time, they have a corner. Friel is on for Cogley. This one swung in, headed away. And there's a penalty been given, I think. Sam Dolby picks up a yellow card. And a penalty it is. Oh dear. And he's been sent the wrong way. And Corley Woodrow gets them back level on 89 minutes. And it's looking down the barrel of penalties as it stands at the minute. From sent the wrong way. Seven minutes added on at the end of this game. And it's penalties. I think it goes to penalties. If nothing happens, it's going to be penalties. We have the last highlight. Unless they score or we can get the ball off them and go up the other end. Warren trying to run down the clock by the looks of it. And it is all over. Is it penalties or is it extra time? Not telling us at the minute. Need to address the team. We'll be back in a minute and I'll tell you what's happening. Well, I was wrong. It was extra time and we're underway in extra time. Morley is on for Erhon. Conway with a throw in to Gale. Back to Conway. Conway to Morley. Morley to Gale. Back to Morley. Walsh goes all the way back to Taylor. Taylor to Lockyer. Patient build up. Morley. We just need to not give this ball away. This one scooped over the top. Cisse's there. Pulls it back to Friel. Friel now pulls it around. What's he going to do? And Cisse's down with an injury. That's not good news. Friel still on the ball. And Friel has put it away despite Cisse rolling around on the floor. And I don't know if that's bad news. Lockyer, as I said, patient build-up. Cisse goes to get it. I don't know if he pulled something there. Yeah, he's gone to the ground there. Friel is wriggling around and made the most of Cisse being on the floor. Puts it in the back of the net. And with the first half of extra time finished, we did have to. Cisse did go off injured, and you didn't see it, but a bit of a trouble getting him off, which is the usual thing in Football Manager. Right, that's the first half of extra time. On to the second half. Can we get through unscathed? And we get the second half of extra time underway. I think we're going to drop back to a more positive mentality. Warren with a throw-in on that far side. Warren comes marauding forward, cross this ball in. Oh, dear. And it's 3-3. We just can't seem to stop them. Ball crossed in. And Adesanya gets his head to it, puts it away. Hall for Colchester. 9th minute. Thierry Gale. Warner's brought down by Kitching. It's going to be a free kick. It didn't come to anything. Hall has another kick. Walsh through to Dolby. Dolby to Friel, who scored in extra time. Crossed in, looking for Dolby. Didn't find him. Conway. And Hall controls that ball. It was all a bit easy in the end. Headed on. And I presume that was offside. Last 5 minutes of extra time. Is this going to penalties? It looks awfully like it. Can't be separated. Litherland with what could be the last kick of the match. And it is a penalty shootout. We'll be back with the penalty takers in just a moment. And these are our penalty takers. A bit of a poor selection on the bench, to be fair. Morley, Dolby, Gale. I'm not sure Cisse will be allowed to take it. He went off injured, and I'm not sure whether he will or not. We've left him in there. Lockyer, Taylor, and Warner, the penalty takers. And so it's penalties. Morley to take the first one. Morley gets us underway, sends Hall the wrong way. And this is an opportunity for Broom to make a name for himself. Let's hope he can do it. Corley Wardrobe, who's already put one past him. And Broom gets him this time. And after one, we have an advantage. Dolby just needs to put this one away. And he sent Hall the wrong way. Broom can save this. We are within a whisker of winning. Litherland. He sent him the wrong way, though. And Litherland gets one for Colchester. 2-1 after 2. Thierry Gale, the last of the proper penalty takers. After this, it's a bit of a lottery. And he puts it beyond him. I thought he was going to save it for a minute. 3-1. And if he can save this, we are in a very good position. And he's tucked it in the bottom corner. 3-2 after 3. And now it comes to the penalty takers. I'm not sure if Cisse... No, he's not. Lockyer is going to take this one. And it's saved. Broom needs to make a name for himself again. He doesn't do it, though, and it's 3-3 after 4. And we've got Taylor coming up next. He is a non-penalty taker, really. But he sent the goalkeeper the wrong way, and it's 4-3 after. Now Broom needs to save this one or miss. And we have won. Oh, and he's put it past him. It's 4-4 after 5. And it's going to sudden death. Warner is next up. a non-penalty taker. But he's tucked it away in the corner deftly. I'm not quite sure who's up after him. Kitching is next for. If Broom saves this, we are through. He hasn't. He's gone the wrong way. And it's 5-5 after 6. Walsh is next up. Ooh. That was a bit of a deft penalty, but it's scored nonetheless. And advantage back to us. Broom again needs to do some heroics. Tucker up for Colchester. This goes on and on. And he's tucked it in the corner. 7-7. Or is it 6-all? 6-all, sorry, after 7. Conway next. Max Conway. And it's a poor penalty. And I think that could be the end of it. Broom has to save for us to stay in this. And Adesanya. Yeah, it's all over. And we are out of the FA Cup in the third round. 7-6 on penalties. And what a poor do, because we should have really won that game in certainly in added time, if nothing else. And we had the advantage on a couple of occasions there, but caved into them and let them through. 53% of the possession, 26 shots, 11 on target. They've had 7 shots, 6 on target, 1.41 against our 2.41. It's annoying. It's come down to penalty, extra time and penalties. We will be worn out for the next game. Well, you come back and join me that the news that Cisse picked up a twisted ankle in that match, and we're going to continue his loan. No reason to cancel it. We're not yet aware of how long he's going to be out. They reckon something like 4 weeks, something like that. So we'll just have to wait and see. I will bring you news on that as and when. It's 3 days down to the game against Burton Albion in League One. We just need to recover. Well, I can tell you that we have done a bit of transfer business, both in and out. Elliot Moore has gone to Peterborough for 95,000 profit on that. But we have brought in Tom Booth for 500,000. He is a goalkeeper. If we have a look, there we go, goalkeeper. It's taken on the squad number of 51, 23 years old. He's a ball-playing goalkeeper. He can play as a goalkeeper out of a possession. Aerial reach of 15. He is 6'3", jumping reach 15. So he's good in the air. Hopefully cutting out some of those crosses. We have brought him in. He was at Crewe. Pretty much all his career. Crewe on loan to Kidsgrove and Nantwich Town, and then we brought him in for 500,000. Been playing in League One so far this season. 29 appearances, 7 clean sheets, 1 player of the match. Only a 6.75 though. Hopefully he will improve that while he is here. Played whole seasons for Crewe in the last 2 seasons, and he's got 16 and 18 clean sheets respectively. So he's I would like to think a fairly reasonable goalkeeper. 3-star current ability, 3.5-star potential ability. So he is almost certain to make an appearance today. We will find out in due course. Burton Albion, our opponents then at the Tough Sheet Community Stadium. It's 6th playing 5th. And here is the team that faces Burton Albion in this game. Good news is, to start off this little bit, is that the injury to Cisse, he's only going to be out for 3 to 8 days. So we should see him back hopefully around about the next match. That's what we are hoping. We've got a little bit of sustained injury at the moment. McAtee, of course, out. He should be back to full fitness tomorrow, so we should see him back shortly. Brad Collins is still out 12 days to 4 weeks. Will come back as the second goalkeeper probably for now anyway. Swan is out for 3 to 6 days, so we'll have a few coming back all at the same time. Xavier Simons, he's sort of around about at the moment. We've not got him on the bench today, but he's there or thereabouts. The team then that we're putting out today, making his debut, is Tom Booth. In goal, it's Taylor and Lockyer as that defensive duo, Scanlon and Dacre Cogley as the wing-backs, Erhon as the defensive midfielder, Walsh just in front of him in central midfield. Warner comes in on the left, Randall comes in on the right for a bit of a change around, and Mather continues as the number 10 behind Dolby, who's back in to lead the attack from the outset today, obviously with that injury to Cisse as well. The bench then looks like this. It's Broom, Farino, Conway, Morley, Gale, Lewis and Lewis. And back at the Tough Sheet Stadium, hopefully back to winning ways as well today. Playing our, by now, usual formation. Burton Albion playing a 4-2-3-1, and they're playing in yellow today, I think. Burton Albion 5th with 45 points. They're making 5 changes from the side that beat Milton Keynes Dons 2-1 in their last League One game. And I think this, quite possibly, is our game in hand as well. In fact, they're playing in black and yellow sort of halves of their tops. Interesting. And Tavares gets the game underway. No snow today. That ball won by Erhon. We have a free kick. Warner with the free kicks. Headed away. And they're coming away on a counter-attack. Ball goes out wide to Tavares. Tavares is in space. And Fabio Tavares scores after 22 minutes. And Booth is beaten. No clean sheet on his debut then. That was a very, very quick counter-attack. And goes out wide looking for Tavares. He's in acres of space as the defence tries to get back. And Tavares putting it wide of Booth. Mather, Dolby, Lockyer, finds Taylor, Erhon, Mather, Walsh, Randall, Erhon, Taylor, Walsh. Walsh finds Mather. Mather puts it in space for Scanlon, crosses it in, and Dolby pulls a save out of the goalkeeper. They have a free kick. Just about 40 minutes on the clock, and it was a poor one. Walsh and Scanlon getting away. Dolby in space. Dolby goes round his man, loses the ball. Walsh back into the area. On Walsh, and Reggie Walsh gets us level on 40 minutes. 3 goals in 26. Dolby lost out there, but Walsh was quick to it. Backheeled it to Randall. Randall put it for Erhon. Walsh created some space, and I think the goalkeeper unsighted as he puts that in the back of the net, and we're 1-1. Corner coming up, I believe. Oh no, it's a free kick again, and it's come back over the woodwork. The goal was empty, and instead manages to save that one. 2 minutes added on at the end of this first half. And it is half time. 54% of the possession for Burton Albion. 3 shots, 2 on target. 0.24 as it is. We've had 11 shots, 7 on target. 0.92. We should be further in front That was on a very quick counter-attack that they got their goal. We need to be mindful of that because they are dangerous when they come on a counter. Dolby gets us underway for the second half. Dolby, Randall. Randall goes out wide. A corner. Mather with a short corner. Walsh in the tenants. Back to Mather. Mather to Randall. Back to Mather. Randall. Randall pulls it back. Walsh just over the top. Just on the hour mark. Warner. Scanlon. Walsh. Dolby. Dolby to Cogley. Cogley. And chips it over the top. Ball in straight into the arms of the goalkeeper. 69 minutes on the clock. Launches a long one. Headed down by Taylor. Morley goes out wide to Cogley. Cogley around his man. Crosses into the area. Dolby again can only head it straight at the goalkeeper. He's not been on potent form today. Six minutes added on at the end of this game. Dacre Cogley has picked up an injury, and this looks like it's going to be a 1-1 draw. It is. And as much as we tried, 22 shots, 11 on target, and dominated the game, literally dominated the game. 2.01 on the XG. We haven't been able to get past them. 6 shots, 4 on target, 0.55 for Burton Albion. A game that we should have won. And it can only say it's points dropped. Well, you come back and join me, and that 1-1 draw means that we have dropped out of the top 6. Wickham overtaken us by virtue of their win against Milton Keynes Dons. Cambridge United beating Stockport County, mid-table clash. That one, the table then looks like this at the end of the episode. It's Huddersfield are in top spot on 61 points. They are 4 points clear of Preston, who are in second on 57. Then there's a 10-point gap down to Doncaster in the playoff places on 47. Watford and Burton on 46, separated by goal difference. And then Wickham are now in 6th on 45. We've dropped out to 7th on 44. 2 teams behind us on 43, so we need to be watching over our shoulders there to save us sliding down the table too much, and hopefully it will mean that we can get back to some sort of form down the other end of the table. Crewe are just there out of the relegation zone on goal difference from Leyton Orient. Then is a 7-point gap down to Blackpool in 22nd. 23rd is Stevenage on 23 points. Swindon Town rock bottom on 14. Right, we are going to play Blackpool and Leyton Orient offline, but we're going to come back for Huddersfield, who were leading the pack. Don't think they're still leading the pack. So top of the table clash against Huddersfield and Milton Keynes Dons. Hopefully we can get back to winning ways before then. That's what we hope. Fingers crossed that is the case, and I hope you will join me for that. But if you've enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. That keeps you up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend as they are released, and new episodes To Be a Legend released every Monday and Thursday, 4:15 p.m. The best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on the channel, as always, is to follow me on X at Just Offside 2. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It'll be episode 48. Until then, have a great week. Bye-bye.